Alrighty, I'm ready if you are.
Let's do it.
Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we're gonna be talking about a crazy mechanic that a game Darth plays a lot in Marvel that I think would be insane if it came to Raid. So we're gonna talk about what the mechanic is and what I think would happen if it were implemented in Raid and how it would be done. And you know how it is when we have Darth in the channel. We're gonna touch base and randomly kind of pop around here and there, talking about other stuff that comes up over the course of the video. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Alrighty, now just kind of joined with my friend Darth here for a quick collab. How you doing today?
Hey, it's another day, dude. How you doing?
Yep, another day, another dollar, another grind. Uh-oh, we got the headset coming on. There we go. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. Cool. So I just wanted to touch base with you, talk about what's new with you, talk about what you're doing in Raid, talk about what you've been playing recently, and then I also kind of the main gist I wanted to get to on the back end was this super toxic mechanic in one of your main games that you cover on Twitch and on another channel. And I can't imagine if this came to Raid. Hopefully we're not giving them any ideas, but I wanted you to kind of walk us through. So first we'll talk about kind of what you've been doing with Raid. I think you've been mainly doing the free-to-play account, right?
Yeah, free to play. Kind of staying to the old traditional stuff I do. Nothing new there.
Cool.
And go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, and what else you playing? Like New World. I know we both been dabbling, doing some show matches on Age of Empires and stuff like that. So
Age of Empires is really fun. So me and Kai have been playing that. New World, I've been playing New World, and New World is another MMO that, how to put it, it's been kind of filling my time. I think that in 2 days with Lineage W coming out, I'm probably going to stop playing New World and move to covering that a good amount, I think.
Lineage W.
Yeah, their new MMO.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a whole topic for another video, but in a couple of days, it's coming out here on the 4th.
Is it mobile or PC? That's just my only question.
Both.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. Okay, and yeah, so you've been doing Age of Empires 4. We've done a couple show matches and stuff. You see yourself playing that for a while, or are you just kind of dabbling?
Yeah, I mean, Age of Empires 3 was something that I watched my brother play a lot, and growing up, and I played it an okay amount too, but not like a whole bunch. So I'm familiar with it, and Age of Empires 4 is kind of like a casual RTS game for me. It kind of scratches the itch for just to log on, build a few buildings, attack something with a horse. That's pretty much what it's been. Me and Kai have been having a lot of fun playing.
Yeah. I recently discovered it a couple days ago when it came. I've never played Age of Empire once in my life until these last couple days. Age of Empire 4 is my first introduction, but as a StarCraft player, obviously I like RTSs, so I'm kind of enjoying learning it and learning the mechanics and the different civs and kind of having fun messing around on it too. So anyway, walk us through what this mechanic is that you were irate about on the Marvel game, and then we'll kind of talk about how it compares to Raid. I'm actually surprised there isn't a mechanic like this in Raid.
Well, okay. So to be fair, they're adding a new system into the game to do something with gear that everyone's saying we need to have added. Okay. Basically, if you have let's call it like a piece of equipment, okay, and what you want to do is there's only 8 heroes in the game, and the piece of equipment are tied to each hero. So if you want to take that piece of equipment and move it to another hero, you can now do that, and it costs basically the equivalent of like 200 gems. Not too bad of a deal. You're like, okay, that's fine. If you want to do it, sure. But it's random, meaning you can't pick which one it's going to go on. It's going to pick randomly one of your other heroes. So you could, and let me put it this way, you need 4 different pieces of gear of the same unique set. And so you could need just the boots on one of your 8 heroes. So you have boots, you go to row the boots onto your other hero, and you have to watch a row to the wrong hero, have to log on to that hero, row it again, watch it go onto the wrong hero until it lands on the right one. It could literally go right back onto the hero you just wrote it off of.
And why would they do? They know people are going to hate that. Why?
course.
So they're just thinking the backlash will be worth the increase in revenue?
If I knew, dude, if I knew what these people were thinking, I would tell you, but I don't understand. Unfortunately, it's kind of the type of thing that I would say Plarium does do, where it's like we say we need something, they're like, we're going to add it to the game, and then it's like a really version of it. You know what I mean?
I think
It's
you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it'd be like let's say I got this godly resistance banner that like quad rolls speed, and it's like Banner Lords. I want to put it on my Siffy, so I would spend like 200 gems to re-roll that banner to a different faction, and it lands on High Elves. Crap, I need to re-roll it again until I get undead, so it could cost 200 gems or it could cost 5,000. You're just trying to like re-roll and get that banner onto undead hordes, right? Is it something like that?
yeah, that's literally what it is, and it could re-roll right back onto the one you're rolling off of.
I'm surprised we don't have that, because like you have like I bet you we start to see that in games like this. You'll have a godly piece from like the curing set. You'll have like a quad speed roll chess piece, and you can try to re-roll it from curing to speed.
But the problem is, dude, it's even worse because the way it is in these games is you need sets. Like there's four costume slots, and you want a regional set, which is from the particular ones. You have your like Hydra, Xander, all these different areas, and you have like the boot, the glove, the helmet, the chest plate, whatever, right? And so you have to get the right piece on the right with the right region before you even are talking about rolling it to the right and right one. It basically what they do is anytime there's a layer of something where it's like, okay, there's going to be a gate and they determine what it is, they just go with 100% RNG. Like that's just their answer for any time they go with like anything. Like how does it work? RNG. It's like, are you kidding me, guys?
Well,
Everything RNG.
well, yeah, I think that's kind of the goal. They're trying to make these like fancy slot machines, basically, with a nice coat of paint and a bunch of stuff in it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, man, but like when you can literally put money into the game and end up weaker. Like you can put money into the game and end up weaker. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Free-to-play players might be rejoicing.
I mean, really, it doesn't. I'm telling, but you know me. I like to rant about this stuff, but like this one is just like it's not even. People ask me like, wait, why wasn't I mad about the update that happened yesterday? It's like, why would I be? It's like I'm just over it. It's like, I don't know what they're doing anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, guys. I'm watching it with you. Who knows? I'm watching it go down the tubes with everybody else.
Over on the Marvel side of things.
Yeah, it's like who knows what they're doing with this stuff, dude. Sometimes it's like you get really excited by a game, you're like, woo, and then it's just three bad decisions in a row. Just there goes the community. You know what I mean with some of these games? Like, why? You got
How's Marvel been doing? Like, how's your channel do compared to Raid, and how's Marvel do with this player base? Like, how's all that going?
my two channels are getting like the same views right now.
Oh,
To give you an idea.
that's really
But
good.
yeah, it's okay. But but when it opened, I was getting like over 1 million views a month. And now it's like with a video maybe every other day, I'm getting like 300 to 400K views, which is like still fine. But
Yeah, that's good.
the search engine analytics, if you actually look at like how many people are looking at it and the impressions and all that, so you can actually know the amount of people. That data's down. The same with Google search trends down. And then you can just see it in like the Discord, the Reddit, like everywhere. Like everywhere's bleeding. You know what I mean? Like when all the numbers are going down, like the amount of people in each Discord, the amount of people, following this stuff on Twitter, like stuff like that. When all that stuff's just bleeding, it's like, it's not good.
Well, yeah, for sure. It's kind of like what New World's experiencing right now.
Yeah, World of Warcraft with their Exodus. I mean,
Mhm.
it's getting to the point with like, there's a lot of games out and they're getting competitive, and you can't be fucking around with your audience anymore. Like, you have a game, you get a couple shots at it, you know. It's not everyone's willing to give it this No Man's Sky level of like, we'll give you 4 years to make it what you actually said it was going to be, and then, you know, give you good review. Like, that doesn't happen with these games anymore, especially mobile. It's like when it launches, it needs to be pretty decent.
Especially if it's free to play, because you don't get that upfront investment. Like with New World, they got my $40, you know, like it is what it is. Congratulations. But if your game is free to play,
Worth it.
if your game is free to play, people download it, they play it for a day or two, it's trash, or you're doing a trash job, they just delete it and they move on, and you didn't get a penny from them.
Right. Or you burn through a lot of your wells like pretty quickly when, you know, so there's been a number of bad decisions. And granted, they're actually going with what I think is a pretty hilarious attitude of just the fuck it mentality, where it's just drop everything into the game. It's like, obviously this is going to break the game. There's no argument that the companion system is going to do anything other than like completely change the balance of literally everything. But it's like, okay, I mean, the game's already got problems. Let's just see what, you know what I mean? Like, okay, why not? What else is going to happen? It bleed to death slowly. Let's just drop a nuke in there and see what happens. I'm actually like kind of okay with it, to be honest.
Just it's already on fire, so might as well pour the gasoline on and see
It kind of is. It's like, let's just see what happens. I mean, they're dropping this companion system, which is like the most obvious pay to win stuff ever. And the stats are just crazy on it, dude. I mean, the stats are hilarious. Which isn't a bad thing. Like, I don't mind. I've said it before. I don't even mind new content in any game because, you know, that's power creep. Because you have to. Where else is it going to be? Why else would you introduce content that's bad so people like me can be like, this is garbage. Why would I ever spend money on it? Like, you're not going to. You're going to make content that's better than what's already in the game. I'm okay with that. But the amount of time it took was, dude, this brother, this game's still out. I mean, it just came out. You know what I mean? Like, this game is just on the market still, a couple months now. It's like, holy moly!
Yeah, it'd be like Raid just going full nuclear like 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude, it's like Raid adding red stars like a month into the game after me. It's like, huh. Okay, we're adding the dupe system, and the dupe system is only the plus version or something. It's like, okay, you know, it's just, let's just do it. Let's just see what happens.
Oh yeah, I mean, these games are getting faster and faster, and now I think it's gonna be a wild couple of years coming up with this like NFT takeover, and we're gonna start to get NFT games, and we're gonna start to have games where like it's your job to play the game, and you acquire currency, and then you like you transition your currency to fiat currency or other coins, and then like,
look, man, here's how I feel about that. Okay, it's like, all these people thinking you can play video games as a job, get a real job. You know what I mean? They're gonna sit there and they're gonna think I can play video games and talk about it, sit in front of a camera, pop up on a green screen, call it a day. No, you got blue collar, go get a job as a miner, a tradesman, cut down a tree. You can't, this technology stuff, it's all fake garbage. Crypto is a scam. NFT is a scam. The only money that I trust is gold. That's what the government says. That my dollar is get backed by gold. Can you walk into your bank and get gold with your dollar, Brad?
well, they took us off the gold standard here in the Federal Reserve a long time ago.
What?
Do we have
to? I trusted.
Do we need to have a finance 101 course with DarthMicro? Yeah, we've been off the gold standard.
Burying my gold in my front yard for years. I thought I was doing it right, man.
Well, usually people use gold and silver and precious metals and stuff as a hedge against, like, if they think the stock market's overinflated and you think it's going to crash. Usually you want to get a little bit diversified into heavy metals. So you're not wrong, Darth.
Wrong. It's because of the zombies. I store everything because one day I never know my neighbors are going to be coming for my gold. That's why I've got just a row of guns in my Alaskan cabin with guard dogs.
No, that's all I wanted to talk about, was that mostly just touch base with you. We touch base about once a month, and then also I thought that mechanic was pretty crazy to like roll gear randomly without, because like what I could see is like you know, you pay a certain amount of currency to transfer it to a different, but then to make people rage and make it random is pretty,
Oh, that's
pretty.
what we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be the transfer, which to be honest, like the fee is fine. Like the 200 was fine. We were fine with the fee. But random? Like, come on.
Now, I guess in closing, if Plarium added that, like, let's say you can transfer a piece of keyring set to speed set for like 300 gems. You could transfer an undead banner to a high elves banner for 300 gems. If it was targeted and not random, would you be against that or for it?
I mean, if you wanted to pay gems to turn one of your pieces of gear into another faction, I don't see why there'd be a problem with that. I mean, it's just a you can if you want to thing. You know, it's and there being arguments somewhere around it. It separates the WoWs to the free, but it's like there's always that argument for literally anything that ever comes to any game. But and to be honest, it would actually be nice for free to play. I'm thinking for my free to play because I have some pieces of gear. Like I have this Sacred Order ring. It's like disgusting, dude. It's like a 6-star, you know, HP legendary ring in a row with HP and defense only, the percentage ones, you know, and it's just a good solid stat chunk. I would definitely want that not on Sacred Order. I mean, it's on my armor gear. I'd rather have that on like Ninja or somebody that can like take that piece of gear and run with it. So, you know, that's kind of that would be nice. I wouldn't have a problem with that, but like randomly, the random is like the part that, and the problem is like comparing it to Raid is just such a bad comparison because the economics of the game are like totally different. And the other game too, it's like the transmuting system is obviously needs to happen. It's not like this. It's like the dupe system problem in this game. You know, it's like, yeah, this is a problem. It's an obvious answer. We need it. And then they like monetize on it, which is why people are mad. It'd be like monetizing the dupe system, I guess, in way even more so.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for giving me your input on that. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about or cover before we peace out?
No, sir. You wanted to know. There you go.
All right, brother. Go practice on Age of Empire, and we'll 1v1 again.
All right, dude. Ouch. Wow, that like random shade at the end for no reason.
Get it in there, squeeze one in
Ow,
there, dude.
Oh, dude, right in the gut. Okay, I thought we were having a friendly conversation.
All right, see ya.
Get me out of here, bro.
Alrighty, so that's gonna do it for this one. Obviously, a huge thank you to Darth for taking the time to join me on the channel, and I will link to his stuff down below. Definitely worth checking out his stuff as well. So, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.